Their privacy was thrown out the window. There was reporters, people outside their house, helicopters 24/7, drones flying all over their backyard. That is absolutely no way to live.
Antisocial Butterfly Podcast. We are here to inspire dreams and help you spread your wings to fly. Baby girl, it's okay to be shy. But now it's time to kiss fear goodbye.
Hello, welcome back to another new episode of Antisocial Butterfly Podcast. I am your host, LISSY Correa. Welcome. If this is your first time stopping by, make sure you stop right now, hit the subscribe, hit the alert bell, because I promise you will not want to miss out on any future episodes. Today is a bittersweet episode. We have been covering the mini docuseries of Prince Harry and Meghan on Netflix, and today's episode is the last episode for the series. And on last episode 5, my favorite number, we had a special guest, my husband, Freddie Correa. I had to have him on here for this special series. And so if you missed that out, make sure you check out the last episode. I'll make sure to link it in the description below. Today is a bittersweet. It will be the last episode. I will be wearing this tiara and this special coat that I've debuted on previous episode. But don't worry guys, there will be more special series that I'll be doing. If you like special series like this, make sure you comment below, let me know. Or if you have another series out there on Netflix or any other streaming platform that you think that I should cover, let me know, because for the most part, thankfully, I have all of the streaming services. Let me turn off my heater because it is already getting hot and the door is closed and I'm wearing this coat. I'm going to melt. Pause. Before we get into episode 6 of this special royal series, let's get into a quick life update. And I love to share with you guys some highlights of my life and things that I do that are scary for me, that I've accomplished, that I once before would think I would never do. And this weekend was one of those things. For my curly hair girls out there who want instant length and volume, I got you covered. Curls by Begonia has all of the styles of curly hair of extensions that you can ever think of. I got the 22 gram, 22 inches hair in dark brown. Make sure you check out Curls by Begonia for your next curly hair extensions. Now, let's get back into the episode. So I shared on my Instagram stories a couple of weeks ago that I was going to be singing with a band for someone's retirement party. And that happened yesterday, guys. I did it. I did something hard. I sang 4 songs in front of 100 or more people. As soon as I see the people that I know walking through the doors, my heart sank to my stomach. It added to the nerves. The whole day I was trying to keep positive, feeding my mind with positive affirmations. I had to, guys. If not, I was going to have a panic attack. The pressure was very overwhelming for me. I overthink every little thing. What was adding to my anxiety is we went the day prior to rehearse and my voice felt like it was going out on a few songs. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this has never happened before. Mind you, this was the first time we were practicing at the actual venue. So the day before we practiced at the actual venue, it could have been the nerves, who knows, but my voice was giving out and I was fearful that the day of I would not be able to sing the songs and that my voice would go out in front of all of these people. On top of that, we were performing in front of talented musicians and singers who have been doing this for years, and here we are. The good thing is that we started first, so we set the tone, but I did it, guys. As soon as I sang the last song, all this pressure and relief all these endorphins were rushing because I had done something hard. I had done something scary for me. As you guys know, I am the quiet girl. I am very shy. I want to be in the background. I don't want to be the main person seeking the attention. So this was really mentally challenging for me to do, but it was so worth it. While I was on stage, let me tell you, the fear did not go away. I felt like the fear was riding the wave with me the whole time I was on stage. It wasn't until that I got off stage that I had this rush of endorphins. It almost felt like a high. And I was just so happy to get off stage. I sang a Selena song. I sang Como la Flor. And then I sang a song from Natalia Lafourcade, and that's called Nunca es Suficiente. Look that up. It's such a beautiful song, especially the one that she does with Ángeles Azules. That is the one that we did. And then we played a slower song from Bruno Mars, It Will Rain. And then we wrapped it up with It's My Life by No Doubt, which is an awesome song to jam out to. And the music video is so good as well. Gwen Stefani gets down with her acting skills in that song. It's almost like I manifested this, but I didn't quite picture this. What I always wanted to do was sing in a very, what do you call it? Like a very jazzy, romantic, dark vibes where you have a beautiful girl in a long dress singing some slow songs. That's what I wanted to do one time. And then this opportunity presented itself and I went for it. And my husband Freddie was the one playing the piano. We had a drummer, we had a saxophone player, and we had 2 guitar players and a bass player, and me as your singer. Music and singing was a big part in my life growing up. It always somehow comes back into my life. And I'm so glad that it came back this way, and who knows what will come from it. I'm just excited to be able to connect with other musicians who love to play and just have a good time. And get ready for some singing content. I have some singing content out there. I do not see myself as a professional singer by no means. I just have been singing for many years. I grew up in church singing. I truly believe music will always be a part of my life. Take any opportunity that you find scary. If you instantly tell yourself that you cannot do it, that you're not good enough, whatever the reason would be, if it be a negative one, you really have to stop yourself and take the opportunity. My mom was a great encouragement for me during this time when I was feeling really nervous singing in front of people. And as moms do, they're always great at loving and supporting you. And she told me something that I repeated over and over, and it's God will not give you something that you cannot handle. And although it may not feel that way at that moment, I kept repeating that and I kept repeating that. Also, what helped me was from a podcast was how your body sees excitement and nerves. Your body inside reacts the same way. Increased heart rate, you might sweat. The same thing happens when you're nervous and excited. So the body inside really doesn't know the difference. So you have to trick your mind and tell yourself that when you might be feeling nervous is instead telling yourself, no, I'm excited for this. This is excitement what I'm feeling. And so I said, I'm excited to be performing. I'm excited to sing. I'm going to do great. God has prepared me. God doesn't give me anything that I can't handle. And I took that microphone and I sang my little heart out. Okay, let's get into what we came here. Let's get into episode 6 of the Royal series, the very last episode. Can we say that this episode ends on a good note for Prince Harry and Meghan, and they deserve to live a happy life as anyone on this earth does. Everyone deserves to live a peaceful, happy, fulfilled life. Whatever that looks like for you, we're all different, but everyone deserves to be happy. Harry and Meghan could not find their happiness staying in the royal systems. They try to make it work. They try to make a deal out with the Queen, and ultimately they said no. What's interesting during this time when Prince Harry and Meghan had decided, okay, we are fully stepping down, we are leaving the UK, we'll find our own path. They find a home in Canada to start this fresh new page in their life. And this is around the start of the pandemic before it got really crazy. Somehow their address, their exact location of their house gets leaked to the public. At this point, they are getting their security pulled. Now their address is leaked to the public. We have discussed how crazy the UK media can be, the lengths that they will go to just to get a story and a photo. Now their address is out there. The media was going to be around their house all the time. Initially, when she started dating Prince Harry, what did they do? They asked neighbors around her area if they could plant surveillance cameras. So I'm sure the UK media was going to do the same thing. The difference is now they don't have security. They have a family to think about now. It's not just them two. So what were they going to do? Where were they going to go? Their place was exposed. Their security was being pulled. They literally had nowhere to turn to. So now the pandemic was a big deal. They were closing the border. So if they didn't leave, they were going to be stuck in this house where everyone knew where they lived. Thankfully, the universe, God, was looking out for Prince Harry and Meghan because someone she didn't even know was willing to help them out. And that person was Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry saw the struggle of Meghan, had heard about the news about what her father had did to Meghan shortly before she was getting married. He says that he wasn't really following the royal story, just like myself, but he did come across the story, what the father was doing, staging photos. And for a moment, he put himself in Meghan's shoes. He could not imagine this woman finding the man of her dreams, the man that she loved, and him being a prince and having to go through all the madness and need the security of family and then have your father do horrible things. And he says that that would be very hurtful if that happened to him. So he writes a letter to Meghan and says, if you ever need anything, let me know. I'll be praying for you to go through this. He says that when his life change and success started to happen, family started to become different people. And he can resonate with that. It was very hurtful and he empathized with her. How many of you have gone through that and can sympathize with Meghan and also Tyler Perry of reaching some sort of success and then having friends and family treat you differently? It happens, sadly. Thankfully, Meghan had someone looking out for her who was willing to just reach out and just wanted to just be there for her in case she needed any help. I know for myself, that's really hard for me to reach out to somebody first. But what a great way to connect with someone easily when you notice that they have gone through something similar to you and you can reach out and say, hey, I've gone through something similar to your story. And I wanted just to let you know that if you ever need anything, please reach out to me. Even just sending that could be hard for some people, but on the other side, when that person receives that message, we don't know the impact of what it could do for them by just reading that message, and maybe it could be exactly what they needed to hear. And maybe they might not reach out to you at that moment, but that person just knowing that you are thinking of them and have their backs can sometimes just be enough. And so Tyler Perry sends this letter to her, and fast forward now, after 2 kids, now leaving the royal system, she calls him and she breaks down. She breaks down into tears and lets it all out. If you're not reaching out to any friends or family because you feel that they may have some biased input because they do know you, luckily there is a lot of support out there with therapy that you could reach out to people who don't know you and could give you the advice or just the ear to listen to of what is going on in your life. This is not a sponsorship by no means, but I do see the value and the importance of therapy. So don't be ashamed to seek therapy if you need it, if you need that person, that stranger, quote unquote, to talk to about things in your life. And that person was Tyler Perry for Meghan. She cries and lets it all out. And he asked Meghan, why are you so afraid? And all the reasons that she gave Tyler of why she was afraid, he said that they were valid. So sometimes just by saying out loud what your fears are and someone telling you, you know what, those are valid reasons to be scared. You could instantly bring yourself peace just by having some other voice tell you that. Meghan was afraid of going crazy, of them destroying her or making her think that she was going crazy. Tyler Perry says that he remembers a video of Princess Diana walking through the airport with a tennis racket, and they do show this clip. And I could not believe, I was so angered when I saw how intense and how crazy the paparazzi was with her that she had to use a tennis racket to cover her face. I mean, she has security around her. They're pushing away the media press. They're asking her to take a photo. She says, no, absolutely not. She tries to get to the elevator. And this reporter tries to sneak into the elevator and the security pulls him out and says, no, get out, get out. I'm like, oh my God. This is the stuff that she was dealing with. So knowing what Princess Diana went through with the media, Meghan was fearful that that would happen to her and her family would be endangered. So Tyler says, what can we do to make it easier? So he offered a house that he had in California for them to stay, for them to get away. He just wanted them to be free and to be happy. So Meghan and Harry go to this house. They stay there with their baby for 6 weeks. They were living this beautiful, happy life where there was no media surrounding them. No one knew where they were. Their family thought that they were still in Canada, but they were all the way here in the States. UK media, sneaky as they are, they found out where they lived. So just like the UK media found out their address in Canada, it took them 6 weeks to find out that address. Well, it took them exactly 6 weeks to find Tyler Perry's address and find out that Prince Harry and Meghan were staying there. And once they found out, just like before, their privacy was thrown out the window. There was reporters, people outside their house, helicopters 24/7, drones flying all over their backyard. Tyler Perry says that he had owned and had been at the house for years. There had been big known celebrities staying around the neighborhood, and nobody had seen an assault like this by the media. You have to be really strong mentally to go through that. I mean, I value my privacy so much when it comes to my house or just recharging myself as the introvert that I am. And I can't imagine not being able to step outside my backyard and seeing helicopters flying all over and drones. That is absolutely no way to live. So they amped their security. Eventually, Harry and Meghan move out and get a place of their own. But how beautiful it was that they had this place that Tyler gave to them for 6 weeks to figure out everything and then just to have a place to escape the media for just at least 6 weeks. Harry and Meghan introduce a beautiful baby girl, Lilibet Diana. What a cute name. I've never heard of the name Lilibet. She completed their family. And Meghan asks Tyler Perry to be the godfather of Lilibet. Tyler Perry was very honored to take this role, but he was funny when he was like, wait, does that mean we have to go back to the UK and do some sort of ceremony with them? Because if so, you guys can go do that and, we'll just do a little ceremony here. Meghan's friend, Serena Williams, says that friends can be family too. And Prince Harry and Meghan were creating their own family here with the support of their friends, Meghan's family. But you have to wonder for Prince Harry how that must be at times, being thrown in a different environment, in a different world that he has always been used to. But I believe life was truly preparing Harry to slowly get out of the system when he didn't even know it. And luckily he found this beautiful partner that was already on her own path. She had her own mission and ultimately were each other's support system through all this madness. Their beautiful love story that brought them together, kept them strong. The only thing that they knew for sure was that they loved each other and that this love was worth fighting for no matter what. No matter if their family, no matter if the media, no matter if thousands of people around the world would disagree with their love and the decisions that they wanted to make in their life. What inspires me about them that they said that doesn't matter. What matters ultimately is what they want to do, what is important for them and their mental health and their family. That is important above all else. Not the opinions of others. Nobody's opinions matters. The only person that opinions matter is your own, your spouse's, your partner, and that's it. Now, Meghan, being the inspirational woman that she is, took on a case against the newspapers that had released a letter, a private letter that she had wrote to her dad. It was years of going back and forth with this lawsuit. They were trying to paint this narrative that she had agreed to have this letter leaked out or that she knew that it could possibly be leaked out. Not only had they leaked this letter, this was printed in stores for people to read and online, and they had a special tab for her dedicated for this story. Good news for Meghan, she wins the case. She started this battle before she even had the 2 kids, and now having 2 kids later, she is still battling this lawsuit against them. She wanted to prove that you fight for what is right, no matter what, no matter the struggle, no matter what you have to go through. If you know something is wrong, you do whatever it takes. And now we are seeing a turning point in Meghan. The bubbly, full of life girl that she was before she met Harry was slowly coming back. The media had ripped her apart, had taken her identity away, had taken who she was, and slowly she said she was getting that back. She was rebuilding the person that she knew she was. She was doing that by hanging out with people that once before loved her, supported her, and one of those people was her niece. As you guys remember on previous episodes, when Meghan got married, because of the strange relationship that she had with her sister being almost the bad guy in this story, has been rumored of spreading all of these negative stories. Well, her sister has a daughter, niece Ashley, and Ashley finally meets her 2 kids. She says that she has missed a lot of Archie's life, but she's so happy to connect and have this relationship with them. She says that she instantly has this bond with her kids. So now they are out of the UK. They are starting their own life together with their family. They are creating beautiful relationships with people that are turning into family. And I believe the door is not fully closed. With repairing his relationship with his brother, with the royals, with the institution, I believe he truly has hope that that could change and that the doors can be open again. But he was not going to sit around. They were both not going to sit around and wait for that to happen. They wanted to live their own happily lives together and take their children also out of that system so that they wouldn't repeat the cycle again. What is that quote? I love that quote about insanity. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Albert Einstein. Harry did not want to repeat the same cycle. What happened to his mom, he did not want that to happen to his family. He didn't want the British press to control their lives. He wanted to live a normal life just like everybody else. A beautiful thing that Harry says is that he truly believes that they are meant to be where they are right now. And that sense of certainty to know exactly that you are where you're supposed to be, it's such a beautiful thing that everyone should experience and should feel. You should not feel that you're wasting your time. You should seek fulfillment in your daily life. I know how it feels to daily feel that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're not growing and you're not feeling fulfilled in your life. And then you repeat that cycle day in and day out. But you are in control. You have the power to change the narrative. It can be scary. For Harry, leaving what he knew was very scary. He was leaving something that was very comfortable and he was going into an unknown territory. But sometimes walking in those unknown territories is what we need to feed the soul and for our soul to feel its most free and to ultimately walk in the path that we were destined to walk in. This is a beautiful love story that will last forever now. Thank you for being part of the Royal series. I enjoyed doing this series. It was so much fun. I definitely want to keep doing special series like this in the future. The possibilities are endless. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the alert bell. And if you're hearing this on Spotify or iTunes, make sure you give us 5 stars or leave a review. And like I always say, kiss beer, goodbye. We'll see you guys next Monday. Bye, everybody.